when we pray for others, you really elevate them to the one who can help them the most, the one who can do much for them. Because when you pray for an enemy, Jesus told us that, right? How do you forgive? You pray for them. You pray for this person. It's really simply um, changing certain patterns in order for the purification to come in. Because really, when we pray for someone, God gives us the grace as well. So when we pray for an enemy, one who has hurt us, when we pray for them, God changes us first. So we are the first recipient of the grace that we are asking for another person. So you don't get the conversion of that person immediately, but you get converted even you are the one that is being converted because the grace is being poured in your heart, not only for that person but for you, so that when you start now to pray, when there is already that grace in your heart, it's easier to pray for the good of the person. You have to really change the way your thought pattern is. That's how it is. St. Paul would say the renewal of the mind. The old person, in order to be converted, you have to have the renewal of the mind. So it's really your thought pattern. So when you say to the Lord, Lord, change this person. Lord, change this person. Or say, uh, I forgive this person. You cannot immediately say that. It's so difficult to say that, I forgive this person. Because you will be able, you cannot deny what you're feeling from within. But if you start to say, Lord, you love this person and I'm having difficulty forgiving him or her, but you love him or her more than I can ever love him, so I entrust him to you. And your prayer ends there. I entrust the person to you, without you knowing that when you are saying that, entrusting the person to the one that can help that person most, God is also helping you. So that as the day goes by, you continue to pray that prayer, then the Lord changes you. So that as that without you noticing immediately, you are now adding certain more prayers. Lord, bless this person. Lord, enlighten this person so that he or she will return back to you. So there is no more hatred in your heart. Or you can ask the Lord also another thing. Uh, you ask the Lord to remove any rancor in your heart, any hatred in your heart. Saint Jose Maria Escriva said that do not say that about the person in a negative way, but say that this person makes you holy, because the person now, in a way, that enemy, perceived enemy of yours, or one who has hurt you, now actually goes back to you and see, why am I feeling this? Why am I full of hatred in my heart? Or why do I want to have vengeance in my heart? In the end, you are the one that really, it's a double-edged sword. The person did something to you, but you're carrying that thought every day. So as if that pain is always there. It never goes out because it's the memory. It's the memory. And therefore, remember what I told you, imagination, memory, and emotion. So when you hate, When you are angry, it's always the tree. That's why it's always there. That's always painful. And the devil knows that. And so really puts that always active. The wound is always fresh, never gets healed. But if we start to offer it to the Lord and say, Lord, I'm angry with this person. I'm angry with this person for what he did or she did to. And you can even enumerate that. But by telling to the Lord what that is, at the end, you have already said, vented your anger. At the end, you say, but you know, I know you love that person. I may not have yet the strength to really say, I forgive that person. But you love that person. You died for that person. And therefore, I entrust him to you. Whatever whatever you will, that it be done. And as you pray that, eventually, over time, there's a change in your heart. And that's where the healing comes in. When you say that this set of prayers, eventually you say these prayers, because as you say the prayers, the words eventually touches you. Because you cannot say the prayers wholeheartedly unless you mean it. And eventually, once you mean the prayers, then it means that you're getting healed. But there's no healing that occurs in this case instant. It really takes time. It really takes time. But the grace of God hastens the healing. Time, they say time heals, but the grace of God um, hastens the healing because now everything is raised to God.
Well then, that will be all for the video this time. I hope the message and teaching as well as spiritual direction provided by Father Winston here, for those of you who are struggling to forgive, you've learned something useful that can help with your own healing. I'm going to release a few more videos from my interview with Father Winston in the coming days, so please look forward to those too. And there are going to be interviews with a few more priests in the coming months, so hopefully I won't disappoint you with the questions that I ask the priests. Anyway, if you like what we do and you'd like to support us, I left a link to our PayPal donation in the description box below, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your continuous support, contributions, and prayers. And until the next one, thanks again for watching and may God bless you.